modern acquisition needs to much more understand that full path to purchase and understand the time that takes, and that varies according to different industry sectors. I think having a good handle on exactly how long that takes from the first point of engagement through to the sort of point of purchase is incredibly important.
But there's a blending between acquisition and retention for me, because it's not just about getting more people on the base and getting new people to purchase. It's actually how can you get more out of the people that you currently have, keeping them sticky, keeping them retaining, coming back, upselling, cross-selling, getting more value out of that. Because if you look at all of the big companies across all sectors, we all kind of talk about the 20 million people we have on our database, and I would bet if we did analysis across the board, they're the same 20 million people on everybody's database.
Targeted, relevant and timely, channel specific or omni-channel. Key in terms of data governance, so must tick all the box, no nuisance factors, no breach of ICO legislation.
But it's not a binary thing. You don't just acquire a customer. There are various descriptions of ladders of lead, suspect, prospect, kind of malarkey that have been established. But no one suddenly becomes a customer, and the influences on it are around brand, around recommendation from peer groups, which has grown in strength in recent years. It's about having the information about the product or service. It's about having the opportunity to have the dialogue.
More and more customers are feeling bombarded by mail shots, by emails, and trying to acquire them as customers. So how can you stand out? How can you make sure that you're the one that they read, you're the one they retain, and you're the one they react on?
That in an acquisition world, if you try and be really relevant, to be properly relevant, you need to use such an amount of information that the consumer you're targeting will get, as Eric Schmidt from Google said, you go beyond the borderline of creepy, and it becomes self-defeating. So there's a subtlety there. I can see Sebastian coming in. So hand over to Sebastian there.
I challenge that. Only in that I think when you understand the why customers actually want to engage. When you actually really understand the why, you then understand the value exchange. And when you get the value exchange right, then that type of data that understands who and what they kind of like and do, that kind of how did you know that, you forgive that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, there is a trade-off, and that's about the brand reputation as well as the context.
But basically, for me, it's the start of the journey. So I think that's the point. The acquisition is just the beginning of that end-to-end relationship with the customer. So it's kind of you don't talk about good practice and bad practice. I mean, the bad practice is if you acquire for volume's sake and just to get them through the door. What you need to think about at the point of acquisition is how you're going to maintain that customer. Forget just the acquisition part of it. Actually, it's about the whole of the rest of their lifetime.